Hello, troublemakers. Welcome into another First and Last. This is such a fun series. Here we watch only the pilot of a show and then the series finale, nothing in between. And by the end of just seeing 2 episodes, I have a better opinion than everyone else. That's how this game works. Today it's The Flash. Okay, I've seen clips of this show and just like the funniest memes of people being like, man, they had $15 in a dream. That's so funny. I'm never gonna watch, there's no chance I'll ever watch this show in full. It is the absolute perfect candidate for a First and Last. Where good shows are born.
To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first.
Oh, an activity. All right, it's a show mixed with a homework assignment. This is perfect.
You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that? Good.
Look how fast he's moving.
You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
It took him like 2 seconds to get across a bridge. That's not a fast speed.
Good. You see that red blur?
That's not a blur.
That's me.
That's so slow.
My story is pretty simple. Sometimes I escaped, sometimes I did not.
Oh, child bullying!
And it's better to have a good heart than fast legs.
You can't show me a hot mom. Because now, what else am I going to focus on? You know what I mean? Like a hot, supportive mom, I'm all in. Oh! Save the milk!
Run, Barry, run!
That's it for her, too. I know it. Until, like, season 4. There's a season 4 plot line where his mom comes back. Did you need to put today? I think we get it with the over-stylizing of the shots. Also the fact that he's a grown-ass man. Like, I think we get it.
Where's Alan?
Sorry I'm late, Captain Singh.
What was it this time, Mr. Allen? The excuse you gave last time was car trouble. I know why that one was particularly memorable.
Because you don't have a car.
I do not own a car.
Woohoo! Look at me! Predicting CW scripts. I'm just so good at this job. Watching shit. I can't believe this is my profession. How do you guys allow this? You allow me to do this? But I'm qualified. I can predict these CW lines, you know?
Besides, I canceled a date for this.
You look amazing.
Just no Riz. Rizless. We got a Rizless Flash.
You know, relationships.
Oh, he's into her.
Oh, I'm not in one. And you're my best friend, Iris.
You're mine too. Even though we pretty much grew up in the same house together and we're kind of like brother and sister, because we're not brother and sister, it can get really
Kinky?
awkward to talk to me about girls.
Oh.
Eddie Thawne.
Oh, that's Detective Pretty Boy. He is pretty, though.
Okay. So the fun thing about a First and Last is we get to predict some of these early relationships that they set up. Is he going to end up with her? And my feeling, my inclination is no. I think they date at one point. My feeling is she'll stay around for a little bit, but then she'll move away. And she's not his final love interest. I just don't feel it.
I got a plane to catch!
Who are you talking to? Sorry, detectives. I can't let you catch me. I got a plane to catch. Like, you need to have a certain level of badassery to drop that line in the middle of a gunfight. And sir, you do not have it.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Sawyer, hang in there.
He's fine. I've got a plane to catch. Ooh, interesting. All right. I dig this. Oh, hey! I love the events that are happening. Like, they're chasing down criminals who robbed the bank. But while they're doing that, like, some sort of reactor goes off and, like, knocks their plane out of the sky. I'm sure they'll get powers or something. Wait, oh, he doesn't have does he not have powers yet?
He was hit by lightning.
How's he still alive?
Interesting. How do I feel about that? I need to think a little bit. Because they started in, like, what I thought was the present. When he had his powers, he was running through the streets. And he's like, you have to believe the impossible or whatever. And then they flash back to when he was a kid. And then they flash to today. They put today on screen. And I was making fun of them using that time card. But it was actually a negative time card. Because that made that scene feel like it was at its first most point in the story. Or the furthest most point in the story. And we already seen him have powers. So we were led to assume that he had powers already. The timeline of this is just it feels a little weird. It's like you showed us the future, and then now we're flashing to later.
Auditory functions are the last sensory faculties to degenerate.
Has he been in a coma for 9 months?
My God.
Where am I?
He's up. Pulse 120. Pupils equally reactive to light.
Hey, ain't no way he was left in a coma for 9 months, and you got these like 2 fucking med student ass people like oh, check your pimple. It's like, no, let him calm down. He's waking up from a 9-month coma.
I need you to urinate in this.
Not this second. Wait, what is happening?
Jesus, they're like 16. What are you doing? Child labor laws? What do you got these people working in a science lab for?
You were struck by lightning, dude.
Lightning gave me abs.
That's funny. Have they been cutting his hair and shaving him as well?
The electron volts became unmeasurable. The ring under us popped. That, in turn, seeded a storm cloud.
That created a lightning bolt.
Okay.
That's right.
I don't know how accurate that could possibly be. I'm not a botanist. I don't know, like, protons and electrons and ionide electricity, whatever. That's not my field, right? So maybe they could be just talking gibberish right now. It doesn't work. The reason this doesn't work is because there wasn't enough time with him in a coma. You'd need multiple, probably episodes apart for the reunion to have any sort of emotional impact. Like, they were just interacting on screen, you know, like 5 minutes ago. They haven't spent enough time apart for us to feel like they spent time apart.
This is a robbery. Is this supposed to be a joke?
You tell me.
Scared the hell out of us, kid. Let's go, partner.
Glad to see you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Hey, Iris.
Are they dating?
Detective, you should go. My dad doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Glad you're back.
They're dating! I knew it! I knew it! They're dating! They just don't have, they can't break it to Barry yet. I sense it. I feel it.
The night of the explosion, Clyde Martin shot and killed Shire.
See, you thought the world was slowing down. It wasn't.
I bet he dates her. She's the final love interest.
What?
Nothing.
He thinks you're beautiful.
I just noticed you don't smile too much.
My once promising career in bioengineering is over. The explosion that put you in a coma also killed my fiance.
So you're single.
So this blank expression kind of feels like the way to go.
Oh, so why do you trauma dump? Then again, it's he's like, he basically said, like, you should smile more, babe. Hey, babe, why don't you smile more? You're sexy when you smile. And she's like, hey, my career is dead as my old fiance is, so not much to smile about. Maybe you deserve that trauma dump, I don't know. Oh, good, safety glasses. Or I guess he's gonna produce electricity, maybe? Why did he put sunglasses on? The other guy didn't wear sunglasses.
What happened out there today?
I started remembering something. When I was 11, my mother was murdered.
Why just trauma dump on trauma dump?
It was late.
You gonna get the full story?
The sound woke me up. I saw what looked like a ball of lightning. Inside the lightning,
That man just keeps taking off his glasses, putting on sunglasses. That's like his acting range. In the script it says you need to listen intently. And he's like, I know exactly what to do. Tell me the story of your mom.
when I was 11, my mother was murdered. They arrested my dad.
Stop! What are you... God damn it.
You can stop acting like you can't stand me when your dad's around.
I like having a boyfriend who isn't shot to death.
Called that shit. Dog, you are... I like the beats of the story, just... They're hitting them too fast. It's ironic that the show The Flash doesn't know how to, like, properly pace its story. It's like everything happens at lightning speed. Oh, you're in a coma. Oh, I haven't seen you in 9 months, but we're gonna meet again for the first time, even though we talked 5 minutes ago in the screen time. Oh, we're hiding our relationship. Oh, Barry found out by overseeing it. Like, he should have found out, like, episode 2 or 3. Like, why is this happening episode 1? Like, the audience hasn't had time to, like, adapt to them hiding their relationship. You could do, like, a bunch of fun stuff. Ow, what are you doing? Oh, and then she knows that he knows. Oh, Jesus. Speedrun. How did he get in this car? So the glass shatters, but like he jumped through the window into a seating position? I know he's gonna be gone after like an episode or two, but he is not a compelling villain. And he has the power of fog. Ooh. Okay.
When you see danger, you run the other way. You're not a cop.
Because you...
Oh, by the way, I haven't done this in so long, I totally forgot. I was gonna change the lights to do a more Flash-themed Flash red, of course. Like a deep red. Yeah, nice and deep. What? And then, this has to change to like a yellow. So the villain, I think, is yellow. This is better. This is Flash-themed. Although, it makes my orange shirt just blend right into this. This looks terrible. I don't care. I don't care. I'm Flash themed, baby.
Joe, I need to talk to you.
It can wait.
No, now.
He got abs and all of a sudden he's got a spine now too?
It's Clyde Martin. Everybody thinks he died in a plane crash after the Star Labs explosion, but he's alive. I think he can control the weather.
Martin is dead. There is no controlling the weather, Barry. Just like there was no lightning storm in your house that night. It was your brain helping a scared little boy accept what he saw. Your dad killed your mother, Barry. I am sorry, son.
So you're contending that his window shattered, but there was no lightning bolt. But he was in like a psychosomatic coma for 9 months. So there was no lightning. He just fell unconscious because he was trying to escape his past. Is that the theory you're operating under, sir?
But what I do ask now is that you, for once in your life, see things as they are.
Why is he contentious now? You didn't build into any of that tension. I thought they were cool. I thought they were tight and friendly. But now he's like, he's all angry. Like, you need to build to some of that shit.
Got the eyewitness sketch of the robber from the bank job. If I didn't know better, I'd say that's Clyde Martin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But that's impossible.
I wasn't the only one affected by the particle accelerator explosion, was I?
The dimensional barrier ruptured, unleashing unknown energies, antimatter, dark energy, X elements.
Those are all theoretical.
And how theoretical are you?
Bitch. Sorry. I feel like sometimes lines need ad-libs, and that was one of them.
He's a bank robber, and he can control the weather.
We have to stop him before he hurts anyone else.
Barry, what's important is you. And we cannot risk losing everything because you want to go out and play hero.
You're not a hero.
Take your glasses off.
You're just a young man who was struck by lightning.
Again, just like the emotional beats just don't hit. Oh no! It's like out of the blue, he's just like talking down to Barry. Like you don't set up any of the relationship dynamics.
Barry!
Dad!
Stay out of the house!
Mom!
Oh.
Mom!
How did they let the kid through? Like you covered a dead body, and somehow the kid walked right past the police line, up into the house, untarped his dead mom. Usually they got a better grasp on the crime scene, don't they?
Designed to replace the turnouts firefighters traditionally wear, and the aerodynamic design should help you maintain control. Plus, it has built-in sensors so we can track your vitals and stay in contact with you from here.
It's been like a day since he woke up from the coma. Like maybe 2 days? You stitched together like a high-tech suit? You did all the suit analysis for it in like 2 days? And you're like a disgraced company with 2 employees who are in high schools now?
I've tracked it to a farm just west of the city.
I'm not saying Martin is alive.
Okay, so he came back to the farm. So now they're going to do another shootout. And the gunman is going to shoot the partner again. It'll just be interesting to see if this guy jumps in front of his partner so he doesn't have to watch his partner die again, you know? We'll see if that takes place.
You got me. After Star Labs blew, after our plane went down, and I woke up on the ground alive, when I saw what I could do, I understood.
Are you reciting poetry right now? This fucking MGK level of acting. What are you doing?
I am God.
Shut the hell up.
Oh no.
And it's headed towards the city. How do I stop it?
Run. Run in the opposite direction, right?
What if I unravel it?
How the hell are you gonna do that?
By running it.
I'll run around it in the opposite direction.
Who's the best at predicting dumb CW plots? Although I was so shocked. I kind of thought that they would do the callback. Because, like, why come back to the same barn if you weren't going to, like, almost have, like, a redo of events? You missed the story beat again, but okay. Maybe they came back to the same location because they wanted to use the same location twice so that it lowers the budget, the cost of the episode. So instead of shooting at 2 different locations, they kind of just cheese it to make it one location for 2 different scenes. Sadly, I think that's the case. The effects aren't bad. I don't dislike the effects.
It's time to think big.
He's bad. It's time to think big.
When I looked at you, all I saw was another potential victim of my hubris, and you could stop it.
My brain is melting out of my ears right now. Did you just try to speed run like a moral moment for this character? So out of the blue, he's like, you can't save people, Barry. And then we don't see him grow at all as a character. And then all of a sudden, next scene he's in, he's like, you know what, Barry? I was wrong. You can save people. Give us the emotional moments that would show his character growing. That's how we connect to characters, is seeing that growth. Just having the growth just randomly doesn't make any sense.
Barry, run!
Yeah, like that ultimate shake to the... This motherfucker acts by just taking his glasses off. I like the camera shakes. Like, it's just like aggressively shaky. It's a little bit corny, but I also like it for this specific style because you have like super speeds and high intense winds. It really drives home the effect.
Hey!
This motherfucker just put his glasses back on.
Okay.
I was thinking it's nice because they did talk about before, like she had nothing to smile about, and it feels like she did some good. So this is the first time she's smiling. I do like that. It's small, and they're not pointing it out, and I like that specifically. It's subtle. You just have to pick it up. If you don't notice it, it's fine. But if you do notice it, it's like a nice touch. But I do hate how Barry, like they're like, oh, he was about to get shot. He has super speed. Like, I don't think he used up all his juice. I don't think he can. It's not like a meter where he just runs out of stamina. I'm pretty sure. Maybe they wrote that in because he's like a new hero or something, or he would have gotten shot otherwise. And his identity's getting revealed already? This stuff should have like lasted 4, 5, 6, a season. All right, finale time. Physics, physics. Physics! So you're flying up in the air and someone hits you at 500 miles an hour with their shoulder. What do you think's gonna happen to you? Boom! Oh my god, look at those legs. His whole body. I think he would split in half. But nope. Nope. I would love if he like got up and then the camera just continued to kind of trail out and we'd see that his legs were down the street. Yes. Foreshadow some villainy. Oh, I knew he was evil. Oh god, you're time jumping. The pacing of this episode was so bad. Also, you couldn't just get a photo of your main character? Why do you have like video game graphics? I'm confused, certainly. Let's move on. Season 9, the very end. A New World, Part 4. Oh, it's a 4-parter. Team Flash Face is a squad. For a second, I thought the squad was called Flash Faces. Team Flash faces a squad of their most powerful enemies in an epic final battle, fighting to hold the timeline together as Barry attempts the impossible. Will he accomplish it? Probably not, right? We're excited, baby. Do we get a recap?
To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible.
That's how episode 1 started. I wonder if that's how they started every episode, and that just got so stale. They just kept using it.
Can you do that?
I can do it, Bear.
Eddie Thawne is the avatar of the negative speed force? Yes, that's the reason the crystal... Thawne is the avatar of the negative speed force? That's the reason the crystal has been attacking us across time.
Ah, she's still here! Yay!
I'm on my way back to the hospital. And he said...
Oh no. I thought the visual effects were decent in the first episode, but now he's got this like extended stride going. Can I watch it? I want to watch it.
I'm on my way back to the hospital. Any sign of damage to the timeline?
He's like power walking.
Who dares disrupt my revenge?
But now I'm going to start with you first.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. Otherwise, you know how dangerous it is to threaten me.
I like the idea of two enemies. I don't think stories use that enough. I love that so much. When two two enemies of the main character also square off, where they don't team up. They just fight each other. Sometimes you just have competing interests and you have to eliminate everybody. And I like enemies fighting each other. And I thought that was where this was going. But he's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, he's standing here as this man just calmly walks around him. Get in a fighting stance. Oh, is this the...
Welcome to
the wheelchair guy?
You're Harry Wells.
Yeah.
The man who helped the Flash defeat me. Any last words, Thawne?
Never. Wear white after Labor Day.
I want you guys to see this, and I want you guys to vomit on cue.
Any last words, Thawne?
Never. Wear white after Labor Day.
That is the worst line. That's the end of the sentence. That's the worst line. Like, if you're writing a script, that's the worst thing you could think of. The other guy could have said any last words, and if he had said, zippity-doo-bop-bop-bop-bow, I think that would have been a better line.
No, I demand to know who brought us here.
I did.
Who is Tree Man?
What the hell?
You're Team Flash's old cop friend, right?
It's real big talk. We're a bunch of dead men.
Liar.
I'm invincible.
You sure about that?
God, they're so PG-12 CW characters. There's not an ounce of like, they can talk in the gruffest voice they want. They say the dumbest shit that just makes them sound so unthreatening. Don't like that. Opening credits. Look at this. Listen, I don't want to just talk negatively about the show. There's some cool stuff here. This is a cool opening credits. It's a lot of like electric sounds. You could like tone those down a little bit. But overall, pretty cool. Who's baby?
Are you okay? How's the baby doing?
Ah, is that your little Flash baby? Was it planned, or were you just the fastest man alive and she wasn't prepared?
Iris, there's something you need to know.
I don't love you.
The negative speed force.
Oh.
Oh my God. Eddie?
It's cobalt blue now. Hey, Iris.
Why did you change his voice? That sounds terrible. I'd understand it with like Forest Flash, which is what I call like the guy who looked like he was a tree. Like, that guy's a tree, right? So obviously his voice is gonna be tree-like. If he was wearing a mask that would distort his voice, I would understand, but he just has the weird voice for no reason.
Let us help you.
You could have helped me before. You looked the other way while I shot myself in the chest. Now.
You did what now? Why would you do that, sir? Watch him. Yeah! Ah!
You have your team, but me.
Dope. That's a dope costume. That one's good. This one's fucking trash. Fucking Tree Man. Forest Flash, that's what I'm calling him.
I've got a whole legion.
Oh, I hate your acting. I'm so sorry. I hate how they all just stand around the fire. It's like, dog, make a move. Holy shit. You're still standing?
Flash.
Get to it. This is the mannequin challenge. What are you doing?
And your legacy forever.
No, you won't.
I like this costume too. Okay. Well, there's just some creativity to this. This isn't terrible. I'm enjoying it.
Shui.
You just glitched? Wait, what did you say? Shit.
Shui.
I hope that doesn't make any sense to anyone who was watching. I hope she was just like, Shui, and no one knows. That's just a mystery. No one knows why she said it. I can't. Stop running like that. If the Flash is moving at like hundreds of miles, maybe thousands of miles an hour, like, you don't have time to make those hand motions. By the time you do this, the Flash could have like impaled you like 12 different times. Like, this, you're not doing the speed at the right amount, you know what I mean? Like, look at that shit.
But I'm the real deal.
That's what I call mind over matter.
And so's yours.
You put a lot of effort into that, sir. If you couldn't kill him with that electricity, all you'd have to do is just like backhand somebody at super speed and 100% they're dead. If you can't kill him after multiple like zaps, then that's not an effective move. That needs to come out of your repertoire. Just go around backhanding people.
I already told you, Hunter. No one dies tonight.
The goddess and her sight.
That was the driest line delivery. Hold on.
I already told you, Hunter.
I told you, Hunter.
No one dies tonight.
sidekick didn't do shit. Why does that man even here? Why did you even come? She just whoopie-dee-doo, scoopity-scop.
Not only do I get to kill your boyfriend.
Why don't you attack? I get villains monologuing, but like you have the opportunity to kill somebody while they're tending to their downed ally, who you downed. And instead you get up and you start sauntering. Stop sauntering and start murdering.
I get to kill you.
Wake up, Chuck.
He's fine. Is he not fine? No, he's fine. I don't buy it.
I am trying to save the timeline and Eddie's life.
It sounds like a never-ending cycle of violence and death.
You think I don't know that?
Okay.
Keon,
here we go.
For the last 9 years, I have watched the people I love suffer and die. You want coexistence, but I'm sorry. It's impossible.
I was being pulled in by his performance. He put some emotion into that, right? Like I was feeling what he was feeling.
What have you done? Your connection to the negative speed force is gonna kill you.
Liar! Shut up!
Yes! I want to see some hand-to-hand. I'm sick of this lightning shit.
I always win, Flash!
Body slam?
You were the answer. Thawne gave in to hate, but you can fight.
We're still on opposite sides.
I know. We'll find a way.
I like his performance. I'm grimacing a little at his performance. He has this like grand plan that he's been working on to become the ultimate hero. And then he's like, no, don't do that. And he's like, okay, I won't. Like, you have to sell it.
Well, Daddy, you're just in time.
Really?
Nora's coming.
I hope this baby zooms right out of her vagina, just zoom, snaps the umbilical cord.
Well, today is pretty weird too. I mean, I'm about to be born on the other side of that wall.
You're what?
Wherever you go, you'll always be Barry.
Where's your my lightning rod?
That's cool though. They had a whole love story. They went from brother and sister to husband and wife. It's such a beautiful arc. Love to see it.
It's been the honor of a lifetime. Nothing ever dies. We rise from dirt and we return to dirt. And that's the natural order of things.
So you're gonna become dirt?
But now my time in this mortal body is done.
And now you're gonna be dirt.
I'm really gonna miss you.
You could just touch dirt and you'll be with her.
Remember.
I hope they just do like a special effect and then she just becomes a pile of dirt. And then they have to sweep it off the floor. Turns out no, she becomes the Avatar instead. Earth, air, fire, water, it's all there. They then throw a baby warming party. A baby welcoming party? What do you call those? It's the party for like the celebration of the birth, a birth baby party? I don't know. And it's pretty cool because Detective Dad, he proposes to this girl and she says, no, I can't marry you. And then she reveals that her and Barry are having an affair. 9 seasons long. They've been in a relationship and no one knew. Okay, no, that's not what happens. That's just what I wanted to happen. But let's talk about the Flash. Let's talk about it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. And we'll start with the ugly. And I'm gonna talk about the performances.
I already told you, Hunter. No one dies tonight.
Remember this scene from before? See, this is supposed to feel like 2 killers who are ready to attack each other. Instead, it comes across as like 2 theater kids pretending like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna fight. I push my glasses, you can't see it, I'm doing voiceover, but I push my glasses up as I said that. They're circling each other, threatening each other, and then one of them's like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, and then he turns his back on the other one. You don't say, I'm gonna kill you, and then immediately get into a completely vulnerable position. This guy wasn't bad in the first episode, but he is like the ultimate campy villain. I've seen Power Ranger episodes with more terrifying and better acted villains than him. And that show was aimed at an audience of 7-year-olds.
I've got a whole legion.
I think the worst part about it too is like I can't take any of the villains seriously because they all just get defeated by like one underwhelming move. Like they'll just like stand in front of the hero and then they'll be like, oh, time to talk, right? And then the hero will be like, brah. And then that just like kills the villain. So it's like, okay, that's all you had? Grant Gustin was great though. Like I mentioned it while I was watching the episode. He completely pulled me in with his performance. His performance is especially impressive when you realize, like this scene here, he is giving it his all. And he is just reciting lines against a brick wall of emotionlessness. Like she gave just nothing in this scene. There is not an ounce of emotion behind those eyes. Like the world is in danger. She's asking Barry to risk it all, to put his faith in an impossible dream. And she just delivers lines like it's a Tuesday morning meeting.
What am I supposed to do?
You need to change his point of view.
How?
You need to believe in the impossible.
And then Grant has to bounce his final conflict lines off of a Lake Winnetonka Tommy, which is what I'm gonna call him, because all his lines were so campy, it was disgusting. He's a camp counselor. So yeah, just allow me to give Grant Gustin his flowers here. He was really good. And that brings me to another point. And this is something that people might not focus on. Background music. Every scene has background music.
Should you even be on your feet?
Iris.
Accelerator, which is up and running smoothly.
Background music is great. It really helps imbue scenes with emotion. But that's the thing. You have to use it tactfully. Because you've been using it in every single scene, and I mean like, literally pick a scene, there'll be background music in it. What happens is you get desensitized to having sound in the background. It's like you're overstuffing the show with too much emotion. Oftentimes, like CW shows or like Hallmark Christmas movies, they just want to stuff it full of emotion. So they put background music, trying to like help you feel in every single scene so you don't turn the TV off. But again, if you want to make a good show, you gotta have a little bit of silence. You gotta let us feel the emotions based on the performances, based on the cinematography. Oh, and watching this back, there's no way him taking his glasses off isn't a part of the story. It's gotta be. You can let me know in the comments. It must be like a trigger for him. Like he has an evil alter ego when his glasses come off or something. It has to be something. There's no way they gave him that many dedicated shots to him putting glasses and taking glasses off. It's either that or like the director has like a weird fetish and they're like, yeah, put those glasses on. Now take them off. Put them back on. Yeah. Like those are the two explanations. It's either a plot point or it's a fetish. I think the structure of the first episode just does not work. I think what the studio was thinking is, hey, we're the Flash. We want to retain viewership, so we gotta show Flash zooming around as quick as possible because that's what people are coming for. Like, people aren't gonna come back for episode 2 unless he goes zoom, zoom, zoom in episode 1. But I disagree. I think audiences want the slow burn into his powers. Especially you're doing 23 episodes, you got some plot to kill. Listen, I would have either had Barry go into the coma, 10 minutes in, whatever it was, and then spend the rest of the episode focusing on building out the other characters during the 9 months that Barry's in the coma, or just have him fall into the coma at the end of the first episode and then spend the first episode building out the characters. Like this dad, Detective Dad. He goes through it in episode 1. His partner is shot and killed in front of him. A reactor explodes, not only throwing the city into chaos, but someone he considers a son falls into a coma. The show doesn't give one peek into his emotions on how he feels about any of that. And that's why I predicted that his new partner was going to be in danger when they went back to the barn. The same place he watched his last partner die at. I thought, silly me, like a good show might consider doing, I thought we were going to see him have to face his past and make a new decision or something, which would show his growth and him overcoming his trauma or inadequacy or his fears, something. But none of that comes to fruition. The reason they didn't do this, I think, is they just look at all the characters who aren't Barry as chess pieces to move around to just move the plot forward. Treat your characters like they all have feelings in their own lives. That's so important in stories, to make the world feel real. All the side characters need to feel like they have their own lives and their own desires and wishes, and you can't just tap into those things when the plot needs them. They need to be real people all the time. Yeah, and like I said, Barry just wakes up from his coma way too fast. He doesn't look like he's been in a coma for 9 months. He wakes up, his hair is coiffed perfectly, not even a 5 o'clock shadow. He could have been in a coma for 30 minutes. The story would have been exactly the same. It's just awkward to be like, oh, you've been in a coma for 9 months, and then to have all these reunion scenes. But like for us as the audience, he was in a coma for 15 seconds. In the end, I think even like the most hardcore Flash fans would admit that the show has flaws. It's inevitable because they weren't working with a massive budget, which, you know, with a superhero show, you gotta have because there's gonna be a lot of visual effects. Plus, you're doing 23 episodes a season for most of the seasons. You need to do it relatively quick. And not only does the lack of budget hurt like visual effects, but it also hurts like who you can hire to direct your episodes. If you're getting like a bunch of TV directors who are just like snap, hurry up, let's just do an adequate enough job and then send it off because that's what the network wants. Of course, that's the product you're gonna get in the end. I would love to hear from anybody who finished the show. A to Z. You went through from season 1 to 2 to 3 and you didn't drop it to 4 or 5 or 6. Well, you still didn't drop it? 7, 8, 9, you finished, you psycho? I want to hear from that person. What kept you going? Because listen, the show managed to have 9 seasons. It got renewed season after season. There must be people out there who continued to watch. I want those people to tell me why, and then I want them to talk to a therapist to figure out what's wrong. Those are the two steps. Tell me first, talk to therapist second.
Where nothing has to be impossible. As long as we believe it.
I'm so happy I did this. Listen, I've been waiting for the show to end so that I could do this, and I had a good experience. Am I gonna watch any other episodes? Hell no. I think I got everything I needed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.